Greetings to all. Welcome to The View. And right off the bat, we want to start with the big announcement that the fabulous Joy Behar needs to make right now.
Oh, I have to make the announcement.
Yes. Pregnant. Yes.
No,
We love you, Joy.
Oh, thank you. My ex-husband, ladies and gentlemen. No, I have another show. I'm not leaving The View. I'm staying on The View, and then I'm going to do another show over at the CNN sister channel, HLN. It'll be on at 9 o'clock at night.
Starting when?
Starting in the fall. It's called The Joy Behar Show.
Oh,
yak longer, it'll be yak you.
I'll have to interrupt myself. I'll be so crazy.
What's the format? Is it going to be sort of like how we've seen you on Larry when you go and you have
it's
the long
different
hours?
from Larry, because Larry doesn't give his opinion. I give my opinion.
Well, there's more of your opinion at night.
Who would be typical guests that you have on the show?
I was thinking about, we haven't done all the kinks yet, but like, for example, the Bernie Madoff scandal. Instead of interviewing him, I would like to interview his secretary, who said he was a sexual harasser. I'm interested in talking to her. So that's like an offbeat kind of interview for me, Right. Any suggestions? I'm open.
I would like to just say something about this.
But let me just thank Barbara first before you say anything, because if it really wasn't for Barbara, none of us really would be sitting here, and I appreciate that, and I want to thank you.
Yes.
I was very touched yesterday because Joy, we go back 13 years now.
13 years.
Because Joy called me to tell me. And people may say, well, how do I feel about it? I am so proud of all of you. And when you have, first of all, I think it helps our show.
Yes.
But secondly, when I look around, I mean, I don't have to tell you how I feel about you. And you've now got this wonderful new show that opened in London, Sister Act.
To New York,
that's going to come to New York. You have this. You have your own show on Lifetime coming up. You have your own little production here that's going on.
She's got a QVC show.
As well as a QVC show and a wonderful line of clothes which I wear. So, I mean, what I feel when it happens is great pride, and wasn't I smart?
Well, they always give you credit for the show.
But I just want to say to you, as I said yesterday on the phone, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, Barbara. And this is one of the best groups, I think, that we've had in the 13 years I've been here. This group is...
That is just great.
It's really nice to know.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And it is a good group. Just, we'll all put our 2 cents in, but it's an honor to sit with you guys.
Absolutely.
Because it's been, this is my 2nd year, and it's been really fun.
We're going into our third. We're almost up to our
okay,
third.
well, it's been fun.
Because people always say, oh, women can't work together. Women, but it has been the most embracing, nurturing group I've ever...
We like each other off camera. We talk, we joke.
Absolutely.
We do.
No, we do. No, it's true. Don't say that.
They'll believe you, because they believe everything.
Well, you know what? Then let them take the low road. We know what goes on, and we're okay. But here's an interesting thing, and now that you're going to be doing this is something I wonder if you'll be thinking about. David Letterman is taking a lot of heat for making a joke about Sarah Palin's daughter getting knocked up by Alex Rodriguez when they went to the Yankee game Sunday. But it was not the older daughter that was at the Yankee game. It was Sarah's 14-year-old daughter, Willow, who was at the game with her. So, they're very upset. The Palins wrote, laughter incited by sexually perverted comments made by a 62-year-old male celebrity aimed at a 14-year-old girl is not only disgusting, but it reminds us some Hollywood, New York entertainers have a long way to go in understanding what the rest of America understands, that acceptance of inappropriate sexual comments about an underage girl who could be anyone's daughter contributes to the atrociously high rate of sexual exploitation of minors by older men who use and abuse others.
Wow. I mean, it's sort of an implication that Letterman is the perv or something there.
Well, it's a bold comment to make, and quite honestly, I mean, when I first heard it, I thought, wow, maybe I was wrong, because I thought he was just being a jerk when he said it. And then when I realized that he had the wrong daughter, I thought, oh, he's not a jerk. He's just being an ignorant jerk to say something like that. And I feel as though he should not get way. He was right to apologize. There should be a real one.
Bristol's always got that baby in her arms. Maybe he thought it was Bristol.
No,
maybe
what he should have done was whoever wrote the joke for him should have done, because we always talk about doing research, should have found out which daughter it was, because Bristol wasn't there. So it was the 14-year-old.
I'm very fond of David Letterman, so I'm fond of it. I know it, but I'm fond of it. Yes.
I'm not anymore, really, to be honest.
Okay, so let me just speak for myself.
I'm just going to be real. I'm not. I watched him for a long time growing up. Obviously.
Can I speak for myself?
Sure. I just can't pretend that I.
All right, we are not. I said, excuse me. I said we are all. Joy said all of us. You said we're not. And I can.
Yeah.
Now then, speaking of. Okay.
Okay.
Where was I?
I
like him as a person, and I like him as an entertainer. There is something about talking about anybody's child. I mean, however you feel about Sarah Palin, she is, and the family, they are a devoted family. You can say anything you want about me. We all say this. Don't talk about my child. And that is something that I guess even humorists have to understand.
You don't parade your child out as
a
poster child for abstinence.
Don't talk about my child.
Wait a minute. You can believe in abstinence. You can believe in abstinence. But we're all imperfect people, so you can believe in it. Sometimes we fall.
Sure.
Sometimes you just get caught up in the moment. It does not demean the fact that you believe in abstinence.
This idea of hypocrisy
they traipse the kid out as she's a walking punchline.
Traipse her out. She supported her mother. Wait a minute, we have seen politicians' children with them throughout the course of elections, throughout the course of their presidencies. Yeah. We only see this type of attack when it comes to Sarah Palin's children. And because she had a daughter, because her daughter had a child.
No, it's the hypocrisy.
It is not hypocrisy.
It's not because she has a child.
It is human nature that you can believe something is right and then have something occur in your family.
And then she gets knocked up. That's the joke.
That is awful, and it's not a joke. That is not a joke. Wait a minute. Hang on. By him.
Yes, we like each other very much.
By his hand.
We never argue.
We go with this.
I believe in celibacy, but I'm trying really hard, but I might fall. But I believe in celibacy. It's not a joke.
How then does he make a joke about that? I mean, wouldn't he then be in the same situation with a younger woman himself?
Who?
Letterman?
Who, Letterman? This is not, don't go that far.
No, I'm saying, why are we judging?
You guys were on point for a second, and now we're way off, and we're lost.
Hypocrisy.
And so the question really is, did it go too far?
Yes.
Because we have sat here and said, don't mess with the kids. Even when they're 18 or 30 or 40. You don't mess with the kids. And so does he need to make this adjustment? Because he is also a father. He's a father of a son.
But he did.
So he did what? Yeah, he did. You want to read it?
Let me see if I can find it.
He did realize that. And as Joy has often, we've often said things to Joy, and Joy says, well, we're a comedian. We can say this or that.
I mean, you don't like it when sometimes you like it, sometimes you don't, and that's the way it goes. These are not jokes made about her 14-year-old daughter, said Letterman. I would never make jokes about raping or having sex of any description with a 14-year-old girl. Am I guilty of poor taste? Yes. Did I suggest that it was okay for her 14-year-old daughter to be having promiscuous sex? No. There are thousands of jokes I regret telling on this program.
I mean, that is true. We do jokes here.
I'm not going to congratulate him for apologizing for a tasteless joke beat about one daughter or the other. The fact is, those girls should be off limits. They should be off limits. We've done it for other politicians, and he should have the same rule that applies across the board.
But here,
just let me just say something. If you're going to say they should be off limits, which is fine, and I began this discussion saying lay off my children, then don't go on television shows.
Why?
Because if you are either off limits and you respect privacy, or you go on television shows and expose yourself then to comments and publicity.
What about when the Obamas took their children and did an interview on whatever was it, Access Hollywood?
It was 2 minutes, and it was condemned at that time.
She's trying to help teens. Okay, that's why she's on television.
Wait, you're not listening.
If she wants to help them, she should give them condoms.
Even if she gave them condoms, Joy, she's got to go on TV and talk about it.
But isn't this what we all, again, we have said, you can mess with us, because our children are not public people. They are not on television.
Which is what I said.
Barbara, I was getting ready to just give you. But, but the idea of once you step into the public eye, the idea becomes, as you guys have said to me many times, once you're out there, you're a public person.
She was under attack way before she went on and talked about her abstinence program that she was trying to talk to teens about. She's been under attack.
But the point that we're talking about Letterman. A lot of us were under attack. We're talking about Letterman right now. We're talking about, okay, that's what I wanted to say.
I think it's a double-edged sword. You know, you have Bristol Palin, who's pregnant. She's coming out, because I've said before, she came out. I've said before, I think that people should let these girls know that it isn't all lollipops and roses when you have a baby as a teenager. So she's coming out. I like it that she's talking to teens. So it is that double-edged sword, and now you're opening yourself up for people to make jokes about you.
But so here's what's going to happen. We're going to go in good taste, and when we come back with more hot topics, I don't know how good the taste will be, but we'll be right back.